Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Imani and I love all things planner and self-care related. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss new content. In today's video, we are going to do a few things. We are going to set up a new planner. I'm so excited to fill everyone in. And then we're going to walk through May and actually set up for June because I haven't done that yet. And today is June 1st. So let's get started. So as you can see, we have a ton of goodies here, and if you can look closely, you'll see that I have some rings. I am setting up an A5 planner for all things business related. Now, if you've been following me, you know that I house my business plans on paper and on Notion, and I'm currently using the half letter size for that, but I realized that I do need a little more space. So what I'm going to do is, well, what I have already done is set up an A5 planner using what I've had on storage, and I bought some goodies from Cloth and Paper. Let's walk through them. Okay, first up, as always, are the planner cards that we get. This one talks about ambition. Then we have one called Huga. Okay, I think that's like that aesthetic. It's an aesthetic, and it says it's a noun, an atmosphere of warmth and coziness that provides a feeling of well-being and contentment. I didn't know it was pronounced Huga, so that's, I like the fact that they had the pronunciation on there. There's a planner card with the word moment on it, and it has a quote from Maya Angelou. It's almost like a gray color, like a cool gray, because there's like blue tones to that. And then there's the Elysian. I don't know what that means, but I do think one of these cards will fit in this beautiful piece over here. So we're gonna open this and place moment in there. Give homage to Miss Angelou. Okay, so we're just gonna line that up and clip it together. Perfect. Okay, so sorry if you can hear like birds in nature. I have my door open because it is hot, y'all. We are in a heat wave where I live, and the humidity's up, the temperature is up. It's in the late 80s, which is, whew, it's hot, but I'm not gonna complain because I'm really happy about it. So first up is this divider. I was struggling not having a today divider in my half letter setup, so I knew when I'd made the decision to set up an A5 size as well that I would want a today divider. I'm not going to open all of these. These are just dashboards that I purchased for the A5 size. I'm going to play around with how I want to set this up because I want my A5 to be inspirational. You know, it's like my business planner, right? And I have some really fun business plans coming up this year. So it's something I want to look to for inspiration, which I think this dashboard definitely invokes. It says work in progress, an unfinished project that is still being developed, added to, or developed. An unfinished project that is still being added to or developed. You are allowed to be both a masterpiece and a work in progress simultaneously. I love that. And then we have the grit one, which again, I feel like that is very on par with, you know, just having like a business planner. I think part of having a business, right, is having grit. So with these 3 dashboards, as well as all of the dashboards that I have on storage still from my like early A5 days, like I think I should be all set. Okay, so I also wanted to make sure that I got the most amount of notes pages that I could find. I am definitely the type of person to plan business using lists and just like brainstorming on paper, sometimes in Notion as well, but I find that when I'm writing and drawing arrows and doing flowcharts, paper is better. So I have 2 orders of the notes pages. Again, this is A5 size and this is called lined notes. So 2 packets of those. As you can see, I have this tracker. Now this is just This is from their project management section in the inserts. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know if I'm gonna use this as a project tracker or more so a habit tracker for my business. There are certain habits I want to cultivate, so I figured I would get these for my business planner as well because they're working really well in my half letter. Next up is something that might seem a little repetitive, but this is the task delegation insert. As you all know, I use this insert pretty frequently in half letter, but the difference with the lined inserts, the lined notes, and then these task delegation is this one is only task, whereas the lined ones that I showed will be for both task and to-dos, but also brainstorming. So the final two on the list is the dated, well, I guess the monthly dividers in the white print, just something very plain and on par with what I already have. I really love the script that they use here. I hope that you can see that. And what I'm opening up here is the dated monthly. So let me pull that out and show you all. Okay, so here is the dated monthly. I know that they're gonna have a few introductory pages. Did I pull out an actual layout? No, I didn't. Okay, so here's the introduction page. You have this planner belongs to. You have a year at a glance, which is gonna be really helpful for me. I actually think I'm thinking about making a key on the back of this and then laying out the important dates that I have in mind for the business. And let me pull out the inserts with the layout. So this is practically what I have in my half letter setup for my business already. So this is just the monthly layout. I won't be using the dashboard, but this is what I need. I need the month at a glance and just be able to jot down notes, important dates, some task over here, or like something that's big that's happening, for example, like an IG live or something related to that. But this is it. And then after you turn the page, it's a notes page, and then it's another dashboard for the new month. So this is all I need, at least for now. I don't work in, you know, I have a 9-to-5, right? So I don't work in my business 100%. Hopefully you can't hear that plane passing. But because I don't work 9-to-5 in my business, I don't need like a daily insert right now. And to be honest with you, I don't really need a weekly insert either. And I think that's what I'm going to use the task delegation, the lined inserts for, is to track everything weekly on those inserts. So let me grab my A5 planner and let's get set up. Look at this beauty. She is back. She is back. She is back. So if you saw my Instagram stories, you know that I told myself if I didn't get this sneaker drop on the Nike app, I was going to set up an A5 planner. I did get the sneakers and I still set up the planner only because I felt like I needed something bigger for my current planner. So for my business at least, right? So this is what it's looking like so far. I just, like I said, grabbed a few inserts to get me set up with what I already had in my storage, and I needed more, right? I didn't have any lined inserts. I have a ton of dashboards. I had some dividers, and I had a lot of older inserts. So let me show you one. I had this insert. I'm actually going to tell myself there's going to be an upcoming blog post about summer self-care on my blog this month, but I found this insert in storage, y'all. I don't think Cloth and Paper sells the media content manager anymore. So it was fun to just like open the box where I store my inserts and pull this out and use it a little bit. But we're going to flip that back to the beginning because I want to start putting in the inserts. Okay, this is at least the final setup for now. If you know me, you know I'll probably change things pretty quickly. I do have a little bit of different coloring on here. The inserts or the dividers that I had the black ink, and the ones that I bought are white ink, and that is fine. That genuinely does not bother me. But as soon as you open it, you see the Believe in Yourself dashboard, and then you get to the schedule section. I'm gonna fill this out, as well as this with some of the important dates that I at least know ahead. And then we get into June. So then you open June, and then I have this monthly admin insert that I need to fill out. And then we get to the monthly calendar, a task delegation insert, as well as notes pages. That is really what I needed, so I'm happy that I did that. And after a few notes pages, probably too many, we get to July. So I have June, July, and August just to kind of work ahead. I know it's not a quarterly setup, but it is what it is. I have those three in the schedule tab, and then you get to notes and lists. Notes and lists will have any podcast notes that I'm listening to that relate to business or like a business mindset. And then we get to the habit tracker. I did use one of the older versions of the habit tracker, at least filled it out, and I hated it. I do not miss having to write down every single number of the month, and to be honest with you, I know you don't have to, but it just didn't look right leaving it blank to me. And then that's when you get started with these throwback inserts as well. So after this, of course, is more notes. And then we get to the finance section. I am definitely not using this to track finances at all. But what I am doing is keeping a few notes pages back here. Again, I might write down like a few finance related ideas or reminders, especially around tax season. But I am keeping, and I put all my notes pages back here as well. I think I need to remove this dummy page here, but I am keeping the rest of the year in the back, so that way I can still grab a sticky note, jot something down if I want to remember around that time of the year. But otherwise, that is kind of what this looks like. If you are a subscriber of mine on Instagram, then you'll get to see all the behind the scenes. I'm definitely going to share more there. I just think it's not something that I want to share, at least behind the scenes of regular content, but I will keep you all updated on some of the inserts that I buy and some of the changes that I make to the structure of the planner, because I feel like that is what's going to change most often for sure. Okay, so now it's time for the planner flip through before we reset our planner for June. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I have not planned in time for the start of June. Here's my work phone. It's technically June 3rd. It is what it is. I was busy, but what I did do was create a to-do list. So I'm gonna turn to that. But I said all that to say, oh, I still have this one in here. I was just gonna say that I kind of started taking things out from May, but I stopped once I realized I wanted to plan this part, right? So here's what I did instead. I just planned a long to-do list, and I've been working through this for the past couple days. And then anything like very task oriented, I just use the business planner for. What I'm gonna do is just update May here. I did not get the wedding outfit, even though I think I know what I want to order, and I did not get my plane ticket. But I'm gonna cross this off here, and then cross all of these off since we're just completely done with May. That way I can revisit this before I recycle my inserts. Okay, so we're gonna take that out. So this long to-do list has actually been working pretty well for me the past couple days, but I do miss being able to have like a weekly to-do list or a weekly layout to delegate some of these tasks. So I already started the process to get my enhanced license. I should get that because I don't have my passport, and I'm going to Toronto in July, and my passport won't be back probably not until like September. It's so delayed. So I went and got my enhanced license, just waiting for that to come in. And then we have the weekly layouts still left. So here's the dashboard that I don't use. And here's some of the spreads. This was the first week of May. I loved that purple. I don't know how well you can see that shading here, but let me see if I can add some light to that. It's such a pretty color. Definitely a great way to start May off. I remember talking about this in a past video. I just decided to take some podcast notes here, so that's what that is. I might actually copy that onto a lined insert just to keep it in my planner. This was the next week. It was not a heavy like daily to-do list week, but I do recall using this notepad from Cloth and Paper. I like it. I like the green and the pink that I used here. And then we have the third week. It was not a heavy plan week at all. Did I have any PTO here? No, I just think it was a rough week. Just a little bit of a rough week, but this was definitely a planner heavy week. I think I got the Nike drop that time, so that's a plus. We'll cross that off. I did not end up going to the museum last week, but yeah. And then we get to the end of the weekly inserts. I don't know what that was. I realized that I'm just really a pen heavy planner and I love it. It's working for me. Just grab a highlighter, grab a pen, and occasionally, you know, you'll see a few sticky notes and notepads and all that other fun stuff in there as well. So I'm gonna take this out and then get out some inserts to plan for June. So today I'm writing with the, it says COSY, so I'm gonna say Cozy pen. It's a 0.5 mm nib size. If this starts to skip or anything, I'll grab another pen from my handy dandy stash, but for now we'll use this. I am going to try something different for the first week, or the second week, I guess, first full week of June, because I just wanted to switch things up. We'll see if this works for me. I don't know that it will, because sometimes I just tend to need more space during the week. But maybe because I have tasks here and some habits here, I'll just put some of the important meetings up here. So let's try it out. As you can see, it is a pretty light week as far as meetings and appointments are concerned. I do have some PTO, so I'm excited about that. I'm just gonna grab this highlighter and highlight the very few things I have going on, which is not a lot. This is a beautiful highlighter. I love the color. And then we'll highlight June up there. All of these tasks are pretty important. I need to email my old dentist and have them send my information to my new dentist. I have an appointment later on this month, so I need to take care of that next week. I really do need to take care of these outfits and get them ordered. And I would like to call apartments. I'm moving later this year, and So far, the search has not been fun, nor has it been fruitful. So I'm just hoping that, you know, if I start this early, it will be okay. It will all work out. So I'm going to start with the monthly admin insert, or start filling out the monthly admin insert. I feel like some of the items might be a little repetitive, but again, it's not, because it's a lot of weekend things going on. So I'm just gonna write the dates. Okay, so I'm gonna highlight the important dates, some of which have passed. Like yesterday was the 2nd. I went to a museum opening. I have a dinner tonight, a run this morning on the 3rd. The 4th, I have a couple different things. I have an anniversary celebration during the afternoon, and I have to meet with a mentee in the evening. At least I'm hoping I can make it to that. So let's continue to fill out the rest. So I don't know about y'all, but one of my biggest pet peeves is when pens skip. I cannot stand it. And this pen started to skip when I was filling out the task. So I just grabbed the handy dandy Zebra Sarasa R. This pen never lets me down. It's just a different writing experience. I would say it's almost like a thinner, not nib size, well, it's 0.4, right, compared to the 0.5, but it's a different writing experience. So I feel like I have to change how I write sometimes, or like the heaviness that I write with, but that worked out. As you can see, it's definitely a busy month. I had to combine some of my important dates and not even include others. Like I didn't include the museum. I didn't include the run that I'm doing this morning. It's a kids run, not like a marathon. I didn't include the anniversary picnic thing that I'm going to tomorrow. But I do have a lot going on. I meet with my business mentor. I have some PTO scheduled, FaceTime scheduled, Father's Day, Juneteenth, a dental appointment that I mentioned earlier. And that wedding and gala is the 23rd and the 24th. So definitely a busy month, but I think it should be fun. So I'm excited about that. I was thinking about this, like how do I want to organize my inserts this week? So I think I'm gonna lay this out here and then add the monthly, of course, but I just don't know if I want the monthly first. I think I want the monthly first, so I'll add that there. And then we'll add the weekly inserts here. So let me grab those. What I'm gonna do is open these inserts up to the week that we will be entering soon. And then I'm gonna add this here so that it just opens right to this insert. How do I want this? Maybe like this. And then add the paper clips. Okay, so when you turn to the weekly inserts, this is what you'll see. You'll see this over here on the right, and then that way I can use these inserts, like the actual like full out week inserts for the week, as podcast notes, as just like brainstorming notes. If I'm ever on a phone call, which tends to happen, I realize, like when you're running the errands or you're doing like your phone call type errands, I need to like jot down an email, jot down like a follow-up phone call number, so I can put that there. So the last two inserts we're gonna fill out are the gratitude inserts and my habit tracker inserts that are from the project management section. So this is the month of June. Because it's only June 3rd, I feel like I remember enough from the 2nd yesterday and the 1st to write a few things that I'm grateful for. So I'll do that right now. So I just wrote a few things that I was grateful for that happened the past couple days. If you've been watching my Instagram videos, you know I'm really enjoying the patio in my parents' backyard. It's so calming, and it was really hot the past few days, like 87, 88 hot. And normally we in Buffalo, New York do not experience temperatures that high quite yet. I feel like that's normally July and August weather. But it's fine. It was fine. I was on the patio. It was cooler outside than what's inside. It was really nice. So now I'm gonna write the habits that I wrote down in the weekly insert. Well, that is it for the June setup. I have the monthly admin insert here, the sort of running to-do list for June, a June gratitude log, habit tracker, and then the weekly layouts, but I'm using the weekly admin insert this week just to try something different. If it works, great. If not, at least we still have the dated daily inserts. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions about the products you've seen today, let me know in the comments below. Happy to point you to some links. Again, thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.